Hi, my name is Alma Nelson. I'm an online therapist. My goal is to get you the validation and tools you need to succeed in all of your relationships. So let's talk about what I usually talk about is things that are coming up in actual cases, real situations with people, what they're going through, obviously confidentially, but it's based upon learning, background, what works in therapy, but real experience. But validation's a real key, and people are dealing with this particular issue. Let's start here. Is that why do I date the same person over and over again? Why is every relationship I have the same again and again? I'm stuck like in a loop. Or some people in a relationship already are like we keep having the same argument over and over again. So if you see yourself in one of these kinds of patterns, I'm glad you're here. It's not hopeless. There's plenty what to do. You have to realize that you're the one constant in all of those relationships. So let's take a look at yourself. What's happening? And so you can trust that one of two things in life are going to happen. Either you're going to continue to have the same types of people come into your life. You're literally attracting and attracted to those types of people. Or you're addicted to seeing things in a certain way, telling yourself a certain story in response to what's going on because it makes you feel in the same way over and over again. It's almost like we're surrounded by Amazon deliverers, and they're coming to the door to deliver a package, and we're just not catching the package. The package is how we feel. And so we keep attracting the same types of people into our life, or we are attracted to them consciously, subconsciously, because you can say, how do I know? I just met this person. But then you tell me, how come it's the same thing over and over again? But it's about the feelings. It's about how I feel around these people. And that, if you'll think about that right now, even as I'm talking, you realize that's the one thing we never tune into. We don't think about that enough. We think about, well, I said, he said, I said, she said, back and forth, but there's not enough of, well, yeah, but what was going on with me in that moment? Once you start to do that, and I want you to go to Google Images, I want you to search feelings chart. Pick anyone you like, put it on your phone once a day for a minute. I want you to take one of these moments. There was an argument, there was a moment, a situation which a lot of emotions came up. I want you to see for yourself. We are having feelings in those moments. We are attracting and attracted to people, situations, bosses, friends that frequently put us in touch with the same feelings. And this is the thing. You've been feeling those collection of feelings for a long time. And under those feelings are unmet emotional needs that go way back to being a kid. When people say your inner child, that's what it is. People say I've got emotional damage, wounds, emotional baggage. I started saying emotional wounds instead of emotional baggage because like baggage, like what I got to carry a suitcase. A wound is a wound; it could heal. But you realize like you've been carrying this for a long time, but we don't know. You know why? Is we don't have the vocabulary. Outside of happy, sad, angry, that's it. So there's already some of the skills that we need to know. And listen, don't fault yourself. It's not your fault. What happened to you up until now is not, what you went through is not your fault. You grew up that way. That's meant to be. Some was good, some was bad. We're here now to fix some of that, heal some of that, to grow stronger because of what you've been through. Muscles in the gym get stronger because they're taxed, because they're stressed, actually torn. So these moments are putting us in touch with potential, with emotions that really need our attention to tune into. We just don't pay attention. We don't have the vocabulary for it. So let's get the vocabulary. You can't just stay stuck with happy, sad, angry. But what you'll start to see is you take a feelings chart and you say, okay, wait a minute, an hour ago I had an argument with somebody. I was feeling it in the chest, the neck, the back. I don't know, focus there. And start looking at the chart and what feelings are popping out at me as being it. Start practicing putting words to the feelings. Start developing your own vocabulary. What you'll find, if you grab 5 to 7 words of that argument you just had an hour ago, instead of just, oh, I should have said this and that would have been the best comeback, right? We always think about the best things to say after the conversation's over, but completely misses the point. Once an argument is over, once a moment that was intense is over, it's over. It's in the past. It can't touch you. But the feelings are still there. And there's a great opportunity to tune in and to connect. Take the feelings chart and grab a few words and start to hang out with those words. And that's where we see it. This is the collection of feelings that are keep coming up in these situations repeatedly. Now we're onto something. Now we can start connecting with ourselves, building a relationship with that part of ourselves. That's our inner child right there. Those are the same feelings that you may even notice automatically once you put a few feeling words to it. It's the frustration, scared, anger, worried, nervous, insecure, unlovable. Get in touch with the words. And you say, wait a minute, I felt these words before. Boom, memory of childhood comes up and you realize that's my wound. I've been with this forever. I keep gravitating towards people and catching people and connecting to people that bring up those very same feelings again and again and again. The thing is we never tuned into those feelings. We're going to do it now, and this is how you break out. Because Either, here's your choice. You only have one of two choices, okay? Either I'm going to continue to attract these types of people, be attracted to them, and then I'm left feeling the very same ways I've always felt, which suck, but it's familiar, so I don't really think anything's wrong with it, which is crazy. But yeah, it feels familiar. This is what I've always been around. Insecure, unworthy, not good enough, anxious attachment style, all of that. Either I'm going to do that, I'm going to keep having people, in my life. I'll keep dating the wrong person, whatever. It's really the right person because we need to heal. Or do this work, heal it. If you get in touch with those feelings, then I don't need to have people come into my life putting me in touch with their feelings. If I do curbside pickup at a store and I get the package, I don't need delivery service. I'm already doing it myself. You have one of two choices. This is the approach. So let's try it out. Jump in. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you're finding, what you're seeing. I got plenty of materials I'll share with you free. Be in touch with me in the comments. How to work with triggers, because triggers are the key. Triggers are your friend. Triggers are these moments in which these very familiar emotions come up. And you're going to continue to repeatedly be triggered again and again because it's a bid for your attention. Say, hey, there's a bunch of feelings here. So let's start tuning in. Either we're going to tune in or just, either we're going to do it ourselves or we're going to continue to have these situations again and again and again. So break out. But this is how you validate yourself, by tuning into yourself like this consistently. This is how you get the tools and skills to be good with your feelings, to get clear about your needs and wants and be able to communicate them. This is how you build successful relationships, starting with your relationship with yourself. I'm Zalman Nelson. Be in touch.